This is John Rodriguez, and this is Dexter. Today's Bay Breeze video is called Sailing in Fairhope Part 2. So you may have seen Sailing Part 1. If not, just leave a comment and I'll get you the link. We'll also have it on the travel website. So after our first really nice sailing experience with Steve McClure, and of course Miss Becky helped out with all that, we decided to do another sailing trip on our next trip to Fairhope. So we got it all set up with Steve McClure, and I invited my sister Marty and her friend Neela. And Neela was going to go to Publix and get us a spread of food, and then Marty was going to bring some wine, including a bottle of 1988 Dom Perignon champagne. So I'm a former wine steward, so I was excited about the idea of some Dom Perignon. Dexter's chewing. What are you doing? That's what he does. So anyway, we got this all set up, and I'm in the parlor in Miss Becky's house playing the piano, practicing, and my wife Ellen's watching. And as I'm practicing, Ellen says, "What about that thunderstorm out in the bay?" So I turn around, and sure enough, it's a thunderstorm. So I call Steve McClure, and he kind of laughs and said, "Well, we typically don't go out in this kind of weather. We'll just give you a refund." And I told Steve, I said, "I've heard that you're not a real sailor unless you sail in a thunderstorm." And I told Steve, I said, "I don't want to be a real sailor. I'm okay if people call me a fair weather sailor." So of course Miss Becky's listening to all this, and she's got a solution. Right, Dexter? Who's going to have a solution? Miss Becky. So she says, "You guys just come on out to the pier. It's covered." And so Neela and Marty come over to Bay Breeze, and we bring the food in this heavy container, the cooler with the wine and the champagne. Take it down the pier, and it's sprinkling a little bit, not too bad. And so we chit-chat a little bit, and being a former wine steward, I get the bottle. So the Dom Perignon is in this real pretty Kelly green case with gold print on the side. It says 1988 Dom Perignon. So I present the case around to everybody and open up the lid. The bottle's empty. So I don't know where or when. Marty's had that for a long time. Somebody drank that bottle of Dom Perignon. Of course, you put it back into the case and you can't really tell from the weight that the inside bottle's empty. So that's a bummer, but Marty had bought another very nice bottle of California wine, Far Niente. It's a nice California Chardonnay. So we salvaged it with a little Far Niente Chardonnay, but that's just another example of how Miss Becky was always so nice to accommodate and has got a solution for just about everything. So remember to share the video, to hit like and subscribe. We'll have more videos about Fairhope and Miss Becky and life and stuff. So I'm John Rodriguez, and this is Dexter. Thanks a lot.